then tomorrow is Wear Your Flag Day. So it is Spirit Week. So tomorrow is all about Wear Your Flag. What? Spirit Week? Today was Pajama Day. Tomorrow was Wear Your Flag Day. What's Wednesday? Culture Day. Celebrate your, celebrate your culture. Thursday's what? Oh yeah, sign my shirt Thursday. So wear a shirt that people can sign on Thursday. And then Friday is if you have a BLSU t-shirt or any kind of drip, as the kids used to say way back in the day, wear that. All right, so today our capture question is, what do you think most of our liquid fresh water is used for? Not where do you think it is, what do you think most of our liquid fresh water is used for on our planet? So that is what I am asking you to please think about and write down. Say?
Drink it.
I'm not, okay, but what I want you to do is think about it and write it down in your notebook. Because remember, we are continuing to practice to get ourselves ready for the next year in upper level education. I'm going to go ahead and put my timer on for 1 minute so that you can get your materials ready to go, and then we'll go ahead and talk about this. We got a lot to do today, and I want to make sure you've got enough time to do it. All right. Hush, please. Hey, excuse me, I'm asking for like 1 minute of like quiet. You're competing with all the other little voices in my head. Yeah. All I'm asking is where do you think, what do you think most of our liquid fresh water is used for? All right, so let's go ahead and get some ideas down. If you'll please turn that over this way, I'd appreciate it. Go ahead, Rebecca, get us started. What do you think most of our liquid fresh water is used for on our planet? Okay, so you think most of the fresh water is used by humans for drinking? Yep.
Farming.
Okay, so agriculture?
Yeah.
Okay, so agriculture. Anyone else? What?
Fun.
I don't know what that means. Like, what does fun mean? Are we just
Water gun fights.
water gun fights?
Oh, I should say water gun fights.
I always say that, all participation is valid. What else? Any other ideas?
Swimming.
Okay, swimming pools.
Fire.
Yep.
Generating electricity.
Okay, generating electricity.
Fishes can swim.
Well, when we're talking about what do you think most of our liquid fresh water is used for on our planet, I mean like in terms of what are humans using it for. Yeah.
For like toilet water.
Okay, so drinking / just human consumption, because that's
Yeah.
kind of like consumption.
Do you consume toilet water?
Not consumption like that, but like we're utilizing it, we're using it. We're consuming it in different ways. We're not
Yeah, got it.
drinking it, although some dogs do, but. Yep,
Fire.
fires, putting out fires. Okay, so we use it to put out fires. All right. So this is where we're thinking right now, out of all of the liquid fresh water on our planet, we are in this class right now starting our understanding, our learning with, hey, maybe it's being used for drinking, human consumption, like flushing toilets, washing dishes. Maybe it's used for agriculture, water gun fights, swimming pools, which maybe these two would also feed up into this area, generating electricity or used to put out different fires. Allie, please make sure that you're not on your phone, again, otherwise, just put it right up here on the cell phone tower.
Put it
Okay.
right away.
So that is going to help us when we are trying to understand today's current content objective, which is students will understand how water is distributed across the earth. Students are going to create a model showing the distribution of water on our planet and the use of our available freshwater resources. What are we using our freshwater resources for? Before we do that, I want to make sure that I go over the lab query that we did on human migration. So can someone please tell me if you were not here on Friday and you did not take that lab query?
I got 3 or 2.
Did you not take it? Let's go ahead and give that lab query to you right now, and then you can go ahead and take care of that. You gonna take it out?
Yeah, I probably need some water.
Okay, well, I've got these people finishing up the lab query. Can you please make sure that you have get off your phone? No, get off your phone. Your success and my success. May I touch this? While we're waiting, could you please make sure that you have a clipboard and that your paper from Friday, you're on the last page, and that your last page is clipboard on there so we can see this table. So we need the lab from Friday. You guys over there is a clipboard.
Is it the Earth's natural resources?
Earth's natural resources. I want to let you know that you're going to have a lab query tomorrow on Earth's natural resources. So we're going to have a lab query tomorrow on Earth's natural resources.
Is that like a quiz?
Say again?
Is that like a quiz?
Yeah, like a lab query. Your your lab query from human migration is already in the gradebook, so you should have already known what you got on this lab query, but I want to go over it so that you can see what the questions were like.
Yeah, a little here.
Get your lab out, sweetie.
Oh my God.
From Friday.
People pay attention.
This is the lab I'm asking you to get out from Friday. Activity 2, Earth's natural resources. And please clipboard that onto your clipboard. Ready?
Danny,
Thank you very much.
is it easy or no?
I don't know, what did you just say? Cannabis?
What?
Cannabis?
Cannabis?
What's that like?
I don't know what that means.
Cannabis?
Sweet cannabis?
He knows what cannabis means, right?
Yeah, what?
That's okay. Thought I heard you said something and I was apparently wrong. Let's go ahead and look at your lab query. That's not it. Isn't that cute though? I've got to get these little little tiny people. So I'm cutting out little tiny people to make a clipboard. It is, thank you. It is cute.
Stop lying to her.
That's so rude.
You are so rude.
Thanks.
You're welcome. All right, you done, Darla?
I say you kick her out the space.
All right, let's go ahead and go over it. So this was the picture that you had. Here's the picture that you had, and we talked about, here's one question. It says, how would a change in sea level have affected where people migrated? Is it during the Ice Age the sea level was higher and they needed to wait until the ice melted to come to America through an ice corridor? And we can see this ice corridor right here that opened up around 10,000 years ago. When the Ice Age was going on, was the ocean lower?
Yes.
Or excuse me, but that wasn't the question. I think it
Is
says,
it higher?
yeah, higher.
No.
So it says the sea level was higher. So because we know it was lower, we know this one's wrong. The Ice Age did not affect the sea level. Ancient people could not enter the Americas until after 10,000 years.
Oh.
Well, Jaron just said we know the sea level was lower. So the only answer would be during the Ice Age, the sea level was lower, Rebecca, and the coastline was open for them to travel along in boats to bypass the ice and enter the Americas about 14,000 years ago. Let's look at the next one. It says, based on this new evidence of the burial of where they found Eva in a cave in Central America, draw a new line on the map. So they found Eva in a cave in Central America, down in this location, and they found her about 13,500 years ago. That's when she was buried. And so, if this thing didn't open up until 10,000 years, now they're saying, well, then she shouldn't be there. So the new line, go ahead, Jaron,
It would be just like along the coast.
be along the coastline like this, right? Entering into North America, bypassing this ice and moving along the coast. All right, now some of us said, oh, we're gonna go here and go over the ice. Could not go over the ice, right? We had to go under and around the ice, sticking to the shore.
Why did
We can take one of those ships.
why couldn't we?
Over on the ice? We couldn't go on the ice because we're talking these glacier, these like, they're like a mile high. I mean, right? They're blocking your way. You can't go over them.
What if
You have to
climb
go
over
around them.
sticks?
It's not like walking on the snow. You can't go over the ice.
I guarantee there's some that are like those.
You have to go
Can you climb it?
around the ice. No,
How
it's
close?
it's like a mile up.
Like,
No.
Had to be
It's
some.
like so many miles.
Yeah, you can't go, yeah.
Or sticks.
They were blocked by the ice.
I guarantee I
Alright.
could climb it.
What is the similarity between where the ancient Native Americans settled and where we see Euro-Americans place their cities in Iowa? The Euro-Americans placed their cities at the same locations because of the resources there. The Euro-Americans placed their cities at different locations because of a lack of resources. Or the ancient Native Americans settled by the rivers because their spirit guides led them there. Yep.
I would say
I would say A2. If it was good enough for ancient Americans, because there was resources there, European Americans went to those same locations because those same resources are needed to survive. So I wanted to make sure that we went over that before we moved on. Kendall, that's your one line. Please make sure that your phones are please put up and away. Do not jeopardize your success in my class. No retests on lab queries. Because it's just a lab we did, and hey, did you pay attention to the lab?
if you would pay
I want to
attention,
let you know that you're going to have another lab query tomorrow on natural resources. So let's go ahead and get our paper out from natural resources, please. This is what it looks like. I need you to go to the very last page and make sure that it is clipped in your clipboard.
No, nothing. George is over there.
Part 3. Let's go ahead and look at part 3. Jared. It says, listen as each group presents information about their natural resource. We're going to record what you learn below. You don't need to record your own information. Here's what we're going to do to try to wrap this up a little quicker. Jared, we're going to go ahead and have you clip your paper to your board. You're going to walk out the door and you're going to pick 7 different resources. I want you to read them, and you're going to record, is this a biotic or abiotic? Okay, it should say on the poster, just to let you know. Some of the posters are not correct, but I haven't graded them yet. Renewable or non-renewable, and then the countries where it is found. Remember, biotic means what?
That's living.
It is living or what?
Breathing air.
It came from something that at one time was living, like coal. Coal is a biotic resource. Coal is a biotic resource because it came from living plants, okay? It came from living plants. Natural gas,
No.
biotic resource
That's what I meant.
because it came from, nope, it came from
decaying animals.
things that were living at one time, okay? So out there you will see natural gas and it says abiotic, and so they have already lost a point on that one because it is not abiotic, it is actually biotic. Renewable or non-renewable, what's the difference?
Non-renewable is like, it takes a long time to get it back.
Long time.
Renewable is like, it can happen in a lifetime.
Yeah, within our lifetime. And then write the countries that it's found. I need 7 of them. I'm gonna go ahead and put 8 minutes on the clock. I think 8 minutes is enough time. And then you're coming in here and we're gonna do a lab. When you come in, please make sure that your clipboards, my darlings, are put in the box when you're
Ethan
done.
has a question for you.
Ethan have a question. Who does? Yeah. All right. So there you go. Where are you?
I feel like I answered all the questions correctly, but it was graded 0 out of 3.
Was it graded 0 out of 3 because you missed it, or like you
No, I
weren't here
didn't.
when we did it?
I did it, yeah.
Do you want me to pause the video?
Hey, Michaela, I need you to go out there, please, and collect data. What, Karen? Put your phone down and go out and
Do you
collect
want me
data.
to pause like this?
I was.
Michaela, go
Ma'am.
collect the data. No, you're not. What do you mean you are? You're sitting there. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. You're doing what, dear? Okay, go out and collect the information on the posters, sweetheart. We're on the last page. Look right here. This is why I need you to put your freaking phone away so that you can focus on me. Okay, darling. So right here, resource. Like let's say it's yep. No, honey. From Friday, darling. Look, the lab from Friday. But you were here the day before. No, but the day before, honey. We did the second day on Friday. And so we did the first day on Thursday. This one, darling. You have this one. You weren't here Thursday?
Oh, yes, I did do this.
I know, I thought you did.
So we're
Just
doing
we're
last.
doing the last page. Stay with me, sweetie. Let's go get that done out there so you can have that for the exam. And it looks like I got giggling out there, so I'm gonna go out there real quick. For those of you that are at home, hang with us. We'll be back in just a minute. last one. How are we doing on time?
I in the bathroom.
You sure can hurry up though, okay, darling? We got 2 minutes and 40 seconds, and then we're gonna finish this up and start our next one, y'all.
Where's your pajamas?
All right, which one do we need?
Go off the phone.
Let's go ahead and look at the last part of this lab.
Are you gonna sing happy birthday to the mayor and me?
I'm not in there. Not today.
Come on, darling.
Jellyfish.
All right. If you can hear me, clap, or excuse me, don't clap. Point at my face. George, if you can hear me, point at my face. George, can you hear me? Let's go ahead and look at these last 3 questions right here. First, 3 basic resources for human survival. If we were gonna go ahead and do the very top 3 out of all those posters, very top 3 resources for human survival that were out there. What would be one that you have to have? Go ahead, Sam. Gotta have water. Everybody write that down. Gotta have water. People can live a long time without food, but I think you can only live like, 48 hours or something like that without water, like 3 days or something without water. What is it? Were you gonna say, Ethan?
I would say we would need oil.
It's at max. It's at max.
I say oil.
It's at max 3 days.
Yeah, I think like 3 days. Yeah, what's another one?
Sunlight.
Nope,
Why not?
yep,
Oil.
nope,
Soil.
nope. Oh, yes, soil is one of them. You can't live without soil because from soil, what do we get?
Food.
Food, right? We grow things out of it, absolutely. Yeah, we can get like stuff. Has anybody ever watched or read that book, City Member?
No.
We're all living way underground. You can live without food, just walk out sunlight. Don't do that. What is wrong with you?
My
Look at me. Are we like, where are we right now? Are we at lunch?
Yeah.
They're
No.
not in this classroom. Focus. Lock
Stop.
in. Don't jeopardize other people's
What's the
success.
last one? Water,
Natural
soil.
gas. Natural gas.
Oh,
You need to
I'm
breathe,
going with
You
food.
need what?
You need to
You
breathe.
need to breathe. What do we breathe?
Air.
Air. If I put you in
I
a
say air
room
is number 1.
and I took away all of the air, I bet you'd live not long.
45 seconds.
3 minutes. Why do you know these things?
Because I know.
Because Cole's like a certified genius. Cole is like Albert Einstein's grandson.
Here's what I want you to know. These are the 3 basic resources for human survival. Ethan.
I would argue that I can live a while without soil, but not sunlight.
What do you mean?
Oh, dude, I
That's
can.
what I'm saying.
People would live the
I
ice.
would argue that you could not live. What are you going to grow things in?
We don't need to grow things. Eat the fishies.
What?
What are you gonna grow without sunlight?
You can, there's like, yeah, there's lots of
Gonna light
things.
you up.
You can grow mushrooms without sunlight.
At max, you can survive 3 hours.
Yeah, they're not-
Yes. See? Home.
I say we need fishies though.
These are the 3 basic resources for human survival that we're gonna continue on with.
Solid right.
Hey, if you can hear me, clap 5 times. Dial it in, okay? We are running out of time. Stop drinking energy drinks. Like, it's not good for you.
I know.
At this point, Alex, at this point, what I want from you is we are going to be moving over to the lab. The clipboards, please put them back in the buckets after you're done with them, okay? We're not going to need them now for this lab. But let's look at the lab that you picked up on the way in. Which of the three natural resources that are essential are we going to look at today? Water.
Water,
So
soil,
it
air.
says, but today,
Oh, we're only doing one today? My bad.
because water covers 3/4 of the Earth's surface, it might appear that there is plenty to go around and that we will never run out of this valuable resource. In reality, however, we have a limited amount of usable fresh water.
This is all salt water.
Think about it. Do you think that there's more water or land on Earth?
Water.
Is there water beneath the surface of the ground that we can't see on Earth?
Yes.
Lots of water is under the
See
ground.
that in survival.
In this activity, students will recognize that there's lots of water in the world, but that not very much of it can be used for our drinking water and our water supply needs. Students will also recognize that the groundwater is a small percentage of the Earth's water. So, first we're going to look at where all of our water on the planet is stored. You've got glass beads on your table, okay? The glass beads represent 100% of all the water. Using the concepts of percentages, what do you think the clear blue and red beads represent in terms of the type of water on the world? And then you're going to fill out this data table, and you're going to use that information to do part 3. So please make sure that you're having somebody read part 3. I want you to know on this pie chart, there's 100 little sections here. So that's going to help you out a lot when you are creating that. Then after you're done with this and you've colored and labeled, move on to this part down here. Do you understand? When everybody's wrapped up, we'll bring you back and we'll start taking some notes on the back. So this is how we're going to do this drill. Billy, stay with me, kiddo. I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. You 4 people. Let's go ahead and put you at table 7. I'm going to have 1, 2, Zai and Addie. I'm going to put you 4 at table 6. I'm going to have 1, 2, Ethan and Kendall. You 4 are going to be at table 5. I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, and then Nikayla, whenever she decides to come back, you're going to be at table 1. And then I'm going to put you 2 and you 2 with these 2 right here. Let's put you at table 2. And then how many people do I have left? And then I'm going to have you with the 3 people behind you go to a table. Where did I put you guys? Did I not put you anywhere? You 3. Start with the first. Go where your partner was going. Oh, right here, John, at the table. Dump out the beads on the table, please. Nikayla, hon, you're at table 1. Jaron, don't jeopardize your success. Stay focused because we still have to take some notes. I'm going to give you 8 minutes to go ahead and finish the first part. 8 minutes to finish this and this, and you can do it. All right, my people at home, I'm going to go ahead and show you what it is we are doing and looking at a table.
I can do it. I just want yes, why?
Put them in groups of 10.
Got all of these beads, and there's 3 different colors. There's blue, there's red, and then there's white. how they're broken up. There's 100 of them. It looks like there's 97 blue, 2 white, and 1 red. We have to figure out how they are. Looks like we think water in oceans is the blue. I would agree. What do you think about the frozen?
Clear.
It is clear. That means that the fresh liquid water is just 1% of all the water that's left. So write down the percentages. If there's 100 beads and there's 97, that means 97% is blue.
Back it in.
Well, honey, no, you just came in late. Get this done, and then you can get this done, and then you can go get the first part done. No, I need you to know this information to be successful. All right, and now we're gonna start coloring. And so the one, I would switch this. I would say that the fresh water the frozen water is actually the white. 2% of all the frozen water on the planet, and then the 1% left over is just the fresh water that we get to use for everything else. So, I know, you'd think that we would have more liquid fresh water, but we don't. We
Miss
just have
McGrain, I
small
wrote that in
amount.
pen.
Okay, then do a little switch, like a little arrow.
Okay.
How many beads are we?
Good job, 100.
100.
Yep, so that's why I made it easy for you to do your percentages. Out of 197 is blue. What, honey?
And go to the
Okay,
restroom.
honey, you go to the restroom, but I want to make sure that you're back in a timely manner. In a timely manner, like quickly. You should have a total of 100 beads.
I knew it was 97 solution though. I thought that one. Clear is.
We got 4 minutes and 30 seconds. I know that you can keep on task and get this finished. The percentages should be super duper easy because it's out of 100 beads.
Okay, help me out. So what do we color in?
Lexi, what's the percentage of water in the ocean? 97%. Alex, what's the percentage of frozen fresh water that we have on the planet? 2%. Kendall, what's the percent of all of the fresh liquid water that we have on the planet? 1%.
Son of a gun, dude.
Please make sure that when you are coloring this in, you are also labeling what color is what.
Miss McGrain, can you see about it?
Yeah, go quick, please. Yeah, please, stop it. When you are done with this, remember then that the 1% of the fresh liquid water that's left over this then is how we distribute that. Yep. So please make sure that that 1% then you break up into this amount and make another pie chart. That 1% of liquid fresh water is then utilized on our planet in these ways. Make a new graph of that. You've got 2 minutes and 45 seconds. So again, the 1% of fresh water that is left out over for use, right? This fresh water usage is now broken up into this way. Billy, did you make your second chart? Really good question. Right here, this 1%, now you're going to break that up and say, how do we use that 1% fresh water? And again, there's 100 little spaces here. Color and label it. It is.
Come back, Phoenix. What'll happen? So what do you do? Tell me about
Stop whining. All right. Can I ask how we're doing on time?
Give me a little more.
Now remember, for the second one, it's out of all of the water that is left behind, just that 1%. Now we're using that fresh available water to us in these ways. Which one represents the most usage of water on our planet? Agriculture. Agriculture represents 42% of what we use our fresh water for. Then approximately 39% is used for what? Yeah, production of electricity. Then we use the 11% in urban and rural homes. So that's those things like drinking water, toilet water, swimming pools, water gun fights, watering our lawn. And then the remaining 8% is used for what? What's the other 8% used for? Make sure you answer these two questions, and then when you're done, I need you to please get over here so we can take some notes. make sure somebody at your desk, please, puts the beads back in the bag so that we're ready for 4th hour.
What? How much are you going to? Oh, wait, got it. That is bad. So, 11.
Thank you for putting the beads away. Jared, you gotta focus on what you're doing, kiddo. If you're done, come over here. Kaylin, I need you to sit down, please. Leave him alone. Ooh, I can't fix that. Yeah. I think I've got a flyer. Please have a seat so that we can go ahead and take some notes. Got it. Got signs to do. Allie.
Put it in the cell phone tower.
I can only do so much.
Just get off the phone. Can't be that hard.
All right. Water on Earth, where does it come from? How much of it came from the ocean?
97%.
Right, so then that means that we have salt water. Come on, Pen.
Right here. Hold it.
Come on, Pen. Salt water. Stop, please. Is 97%. Stop. This is the oceans. The water that's in the ocean. Can we drink that? No, we cannot. We need to have fresh water. So we do have some fresh water, but it is frozen.
Then unfreeze it.
How much is the frozen water on our planet that's fresh? 2%.
God, you're so not a genius.
This is in our glaciers
Who?
and our ice caps.
What is this?
Now, can we drink this? We could if
No.
we could get to it and it wasn't frozen, all right? So when you freeze water, it does become fresh, but it takes too many resources in order for us to go ahead and utilize that. So our best bet then is this fresh, liquid water. And then fortunately for us, we live on a planet where that only leaves us just 1% of all the water resources on our planet. And when we are looking at this water, it's things like your natural springs.
Lakes,
What?
lakes,
Yeah, we've got lakes, let's put that down. Rivers. And places called aquifers. Have anybody ever heard of an aquifer? Do you?
Aquaphor for your lips. Aquaphor?
Nope, aquifers.
aquifer.
We're gonna talk about what an aquifer is.
I need to buy a race.
So let's go ahead and talk about aquifers. This is where we find our groundwater in what's called aquifers. It's A-Q-U-I-F-E-R, aquifers. Now, aquifers are water that's, groundwater rather, is water that's absorbed into the ground. And so we can tap into this water, and it's called an aquifer. I want to draw a picture of that. We're going to start up here, and we're going to make a hill that goes down, and we're going to make ourselves a little bit of a lake, and then go in this direction. What do you mean class is over?
Yeah. 1 minute.
We have 1 minute? All right. We will pick up here tomorrow.
Bye, Mr. Green.
Have a great one. Can you turn off the video,